Uh.
So after patiently waiting for weeks, I was finally able to get my hands on this guy. The Mi Band 5, Xiaomi's new fitness tracker. It was so hard to find in the market. Actually, a lot of retailers still don't have it. I had to pick it up from Xiaomi itself, from the Mi store. Let's go ahead and find out if this is an amazing fitness tracker or not.
They don't know about you. They don't know about. They used to look down.
你不行了吧？可以！
Turn up the music to the max. Let out your.
So, but first, let's go ahead and unbox this. I've been waiting for this fitness tracker for a while now, and I had to stick to my Huawei watch. I mean, it's time for an upgrade. The charging cable. And the great thing about it is that it's magnetic now. So, let's have a look at this. The new charging cable is somehow magnetic. There you go. Okay, what else is in the box? Cool. So that is the watch. Nice. I think it turned on by itself. Pair first. And then what else is in the box? Okay, got some paperwork, instruction manual. So there's the fitness tracker. I think it looks good. Let me put it on. Now, the reason I like this is because it looks like a band. So you are not tied to a certain watch. For example, if you're wearing this watch or the Apple Watch or even a Rolex, you got to make up your mind. You can't wear all of them at once. But if you have this, I mean, from a stylistic point of view, you just put it on your right hand if you're wearing your watch on your left hand. So it's going to look something like this. So you can wear your watch on your left hand if you're a left-handed person. I mean, if you wear your watch on your left hand. And at the same time, you can wear the band on your right hand. How cool is that? I think that's pretty cool. So now that I've unboxed the fitness tracker, the Mi Band 5, this is how it's going to look like on your wrist. I just love the form factor. It's not too fat, it's not too thin, it's just right. And like I said, you can wear your regular watch on the other hand. For some people, this might look a little bit ridiculous. What? I think I like the idea, man. Put a watch on this hand and your fitness tracker on the other hand. This way you can find out, I mean, you need a dedicated timepiece on your hand. I don't want to constantly press this to see the time or to wait for the sensor to work whenever I just lift my arm. Having a dedicated timepiece on your wrist is something great. I've always wanted the dual action. All right, so the fitness band is amazing, and I'll tell you the reasons for that. First of all, simplicity. I love how simple this thing is, and the price is unbelievably cheap. For the specs that you get with this thing, it's incredible. You get a large 1.1 inch dynamic color display. It's LED. Let me see if this is the full brightness setting. Settings. Brightness. Okay, this is the full brightness setting. It's a large 1.1 inch LED screen on your wrist. Look at this. It just looks perfect, man. It looks great. And for the price, wow, that's incredible. And there are so many colors for the straps. Now, the great thing about this is that it's so easy to remove. Let me show you if I want to remove the strap. This is the watch. This is the fitness tracker. If I want to remove the strap, all I have to do is this. That's it. Very simple, very intuitive to use. You can get all the colors you want: navy blue, teal, yellow, mint green, orange, and black. And by the way, my wife recently got the stainless steel version. That looks incredible. I mean, that looks amazing. Stainless steel on a watch? Hell yeah. So in terms of changing the straps, you've got a lot of refreshing colors, and that is a big bonus. I like that about the watch. This watch has 11 professional sports modes, and my favorite so far is the jump rope mode. Let me show you how that looks like. So if I go ahead and activate, workout. So you can see here outdoor running, treadmill, cycling, indoor cycling, walking, elliptical, running running machine, yoga, jump rope. There you go. Let me turn this on and let's go ahead and see how this looks like. I've been doing some skipping rope and you can check some of the results here. Let's keep doing it. Let's see how far this thing can go. Let's see how accurate it is. By the way, these are weighted ropes and they're excellent for your cardiovascular and muscular strength. They're much harder than regular skipping ropes. So, let's see what I got. Okay, 248 jumps so far. Not bad. And 60 calories burned. I love this thing. Turns out the Apple Watch is not the only one out there that can do this. Well, I actually wanted to get an Apple Watch, but I have an Android phone. So, in my opinion, this is the best Android wear you can get. Form factor, price, and amazing specs. So now that you saw how jump rope looks like, I mean, at least Xiaomi claims that it's accurate, and it analyzes your every move, and it monitors and analyzes your heart rate, your pace, your calories burned. Xiaomi says that this thing has a 24-hour smart heart rate monitoring, and it tells you if there's anything wrong with you. I mean, it's not as good as the Apple Watch. That's a given. Let's just be clear here. This is not as good as the Apple Watch because the Apple Watch is the only one out there that has the ECG function. And I think, in my opinion, is the most advanced so far. But what you get with this price and these kind of stats, these kind of health stats, it's just incredible. This thing has a PPG biosensor, which Xiaomi claims to be 50% more increased accuracy, and it's got heart rate alerts, so it vibrates and it reminds you when your heart is too high, when your heart rate is too high. So let's go ahead and dive into the menus. If I click on that, that tells you how many steps. I walked 8,410 steps today, the distance, the calories, the idle alerts. That's one of my favorite, of course. Now, I had my Huawei GT watch before and it had the same thing. It tells you, if I click on this, so you can read that. It says sitting for too long is harmful for your health. Oh, I like this. It tells you today's steps, yesterday's, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday. You get the picture. I like the way you can scroll all the way down and see more stats, even though this thing has a tiny screen. That's an excellent use of the screen real estate. Next is something called PAI. PAI is the Personal Activity Intelligence. According to Xiaomi, this is calculated using your sex, your age, your heart rate, and other data, and it gives suggestions for activities that may improve your score. Now, since I've only used it for one day, oops, I only have 8. And if I click on this, yeah, you can read all about it here and what it means. But here's the thing, if you turn this thing on, if you turn it on the phone, it says that the battery life will be reduced to half. So that's one thing you got to keep in mind. I think, even though I love having a long battery life, I think it's worth turning it on. I don't mind if this watch can last a week at least, not like the Apple Watch where it lasts just a couple of days. Got heart rate. My previous heart rate was 78. Relaxed, light, intensive. Look at all these menus here, aerobic. So these are all the heart rate stats and I like this back button, by the way. I just love it. You press this just like the iPhone home button. You press this and it takes you back. Now let's go to the notifications. If you connect your phone, you can get your SMS notifications or the notifications from your apps. Stress. This is one function that I've been looking forward to. It tells you if you are stressed or not. It keeps track of your stress levels and gives you suggestions for easing and recovering from stress. I'm going to conduct a stress test. Let's see how stressed I am. Okay, I'm going to let it scan. So right now it's measuring. And I like how the text is, you see that? The text is rolling to the side. That is an excellent use of the screen real estate. I mean, the screen size is small. Yet you can see that the text moving to the left. I love the way they did this thing. While this thing finishes, let me see what time it is on my beautiful Caterpillar watch. It's 6:40. Okay, still not finished. I guess it's supposed to take some time. Okay, so my stress level right now is mild. If I click heart rate, okay, it says that you have to fasten it tightly above your wrist bone. Okay, about 1 centimeter. Let's go ahead and take my heart rate. It's measuring my heart rate. It's 55 beats per minute. Here's a fun fact about heart rate. Did you know that your resting heart rate should not be above 100? If you're resting, that means if you're not doing any kind of exercise, it should not be above 100. If your heart rate is high, that could indicate that you've got an underlying heart problem. So the other day I was looking at my heart rate and I found it to be a little bit high, even though I was just standing still. And I thought, wow, what's going on? I mean, in the past, when I used to see my heart rate 60 or 55, I used to think, oh, wow, why can't I increase my heart rate? I thought it was the opposite. I thought being athletic meant that your heart rate is increased. Actually, it's the other way around. Being active and athletic and healthy, your heart rate would be lower. Those unhealthy people have higher heart rates. And since I'm in my 30s, that day I got freaked out. I thought, oh, it's okay. My heart rate is just 86. It's not so bad. It's just 86 beats per minute. I'm not so old after all. Anyway, point is, you get the point. Notifications, now you know what that means. Oh yeah, one of the cool features that I like about this watch is something called breathing exercises. That can help you quickly ease your body and mind with a guided breathing exercise of 1 to 5 minutes duration. So this one says right now, relax yourself in a guided breathing exercise. So this is what you do. You follow the breathing patterns shown on the display. Let me click this. Now you see here it says keep quiet and relax your body. It's going to vibrate. Inhale and exhale as instructed by the animation. Okay, so it vibrated. Now I'm supposed to inhale. Okay, now I'm supposed to exhale. You keep doing this, and you will suddenly realize that these breathing exercises actually help. They help reduce your stress and your heart rate as well by about 10 beats per minute. So breathing exercises can really help you ease your mind and body. This watch is also packed with features for women's health, including tracking and recording and reminding during the monthly cycle. So it records the menstrual cycle and ovulation phases, and it gives useful reminders beforehand. The more the lady uses it, the more the tracker understands the lady and the more accurate the results. And of course, you can use the MiFit app, and that will give you... And let me show you how the MiFit app looks like. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. There are a few other features here. So you can snap photos remotely with a single click. You just have to connect it via Bluetooth to your phone, and you can take selfies and group photos and stuff like that with your watch, which is pretty cool. It's got alarm. Oh yeah, you can control the camera. Music. So you can control your music with the watch. If you're playing music on your phone, you can control that. It's got a stopwatch, a timer, find your device. That's useful if you lose your phone like me. I lose my phone all the time. Silent, world clock. Let me see world clock. Cool. So that is New York, London, Moscow. Okay. All right. Now let's go ahead and have a look at the app. So now that we saw how the fitness tracker looks like, let's dive into the application. First of all, you need to download the Mi app from the App Store, and it's going to look like this. These are the stats for today. You can see that I've walked 8,410 steps. My daily goal for me is 10,000 steps a day. The personal activity index is 8, so this is what it is, the personal activity index. And my target is 22 PAI less than the next goal. To reach this target, we recommend that you take a run for 26 minutes and maintain a heart rate above 153. So that's what I need to do now. It gives you graphs and it explains what PAI means. Next, you can see here the stress level. It tells you what the stress level is as well. You can see the graphs. So I was relaxed 93% of the time. I was mildly stressed. This is the sleep tracking. And last night I slept, how many hours did I sleep? 6 hours and 48 minutes. So the sleep quality analysis, it tells you, for example, I fell asleep too late. I went to bed at around 1 a.m. and it says that you need to go to bed at around 2200. So staying up is not good for your immune system and speeds up aging. I didn't have enough sleep. Yep, you need to have at least 7 hours of sleep. Deep sleep time is short. That means you need to be less stressed and you need to have some sort of good mood and make reasonable arrangements for work and rest. Wake up easily. Don't strain yourself too much. Keep good mood. Make reasonable... Okay. This is a quick comparison. This reminds me of my statistics lesson. For those of you that took statistics before, this is a bell curve. Remember the bell curve? 95% confidence interval? And all that stuff. Okay, I fell asleep earlier than 20% of other people, and I have longer deep sleep, more deep sleep than 37% of people. Remember, it says that sleep is one of the important behaviors of biological life-sustaining activities. Of course, if you don't sleep, you're going to die. This is after I did my jump rope session. I had 442 rolls. That's the amazing thing about the watch. The watch tells you exactly how many jumps you had and how many calories you've burned. So you can also do walking, running, cycling, and there are so many options here. If you dive into the options, you can see a lot of things. For example, if I click this, unlocking screen, incoming call, event reminder, alarm, app alerts, idle alert. I love this. So this will vibrate if you are inactive for at least an hour. Find your band, heart rate options. Okay, heart rate monitoring. So I kept this, I set it to automatic heart rate monitoring and sleep assistant. Remember, if you turn this on, it will reduce your battery life, but I think it's worth it. The heart rate alert. Yeah, and I also kept the stress monitoring on. So once you enable this, the band will measure your stress level while. Let's see here, night mode, display settings. If you want to fix or if you want to sort the button and rearrange the items, this is where you go. Vibration, weather settings, temperature units, of course. And the rest are just basic stuff. And that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you had a great time.